Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther and today we're going to be talking about how to budget for uni, basically what I'm going to be using as my money tracking spender thing, money spending tracker English. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video and you find it informative. Please do leave a like or comment and subscribe if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Let me just say that budgeting at university is so important. Like, just because you're getting 3k into your bank account, 2k, 1k does not mean you can now suddenly go to Gucci or Louis Vuitton to get that bag that you wanted. You still have bills to pay, you have your rent to pay, you have groceries to pay for, you've got subscriptions such as Spotify, you've got the gym if you go gym, you've got societies, you've got your student union, you've got your course materials such as buying books if you need to. Sorry, that was my WhatsApp notification. Buying a laptop, or like just buying anything in general, clothes like toilet rolls, just basically university essentials. So I'm going to be showing you guys the table or Google Doc or Google spread that I'll be using to help me track what I'm spending my money on and see how much I can save for emergencies or just have on the side for when I do go out at university. I'm going to be using rough figures, so I'm just going to make everything up. Okay, so I've made this table really quickly. These are like rough figures. These aren't my figures, but I just thought it'd be easier if I just made some figures up. So basically on this side you've got money in, and this is on Google Sheets. You can literally name it uni budgeting, and you would have like money in, so that's your maintenance loan, like how much you're getting. Usually know how much you are getting at least a term, and you can check this on student finance itself, and then you can click on like your finance, and then you can click on how much you're actually getting each term and possibly what dates actually, because I think it differs between universities as different universities have different term dates or whatever. I don't know, but check student finance to see how much you should be getting each term. And then obviously if you have bursaries which you applied outside of student finance, you would have it here. And if you do manage to find a part-time job when you're at university, to have it here. And then any other sources of income such as your parents giving you money and all of that. So you can see that I made the table like all along from September to June, and then that shows the total of how much student finance I will be getting. Just by the way, FYI, you usually get like a bit more on your third installment for student finance, so just be careful and plan around that. As I have different columns, I have done the total, and then total of how much income I'm actually getting, and then I can really manage my money from here. And then obviously I would have outgoing stuff. So rent is so important because I've booked with private accommodation. These are actually my actual figures for my rent. It's actually quite cheap compared to other people that I know and my friends. And then you would have gym, obviously if you do sports, groceries, transport, going out, clothes, shopping, course material, societies. So you do want to live your life as well, so holidays and events. This could be freshers or like holidays after third term. You can always go to Spain, Portugal, wherever it is you want to go. And then subscriptions such as Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, etc. Like, you guys have actually seen what my uni budgeting kind of Google sheet looks like. Let me show you guys how I actually made it. So you want to start on a fresh Google sheet, let it focus. So what you want to do is write out all the months. So what I usually do is, say for example, I write out September over here. So you want to do that on C1. And then you see this little square bob thing. You just want to drag that across to, I think that's June. So that's to L1. So C1 to L1. And so you would have all the months of basically when you are at university there. Then I would just press on this, so I'd press on one at the side, left hand side, and I'd make it bold so you just know like when the months are and everything. Next, to copy this kind of model, I would then leave one space and write money in. So you would want to write money in on A3, so you want to write money in, and you want to click on A and you want to make that bold, so everything on the left hand side. Next, money in, so have your maintenance loan if you applied for student finance, and then you would have bursaries or scholarships. Oh, can I spell bursaries? or scholarships, if you did apply for any outside of student finance. Then you would have your job if you have a job during term time, or if you have connections, or if you applied for them. And then you want to write other for any other sources of income that you may have, that may be from a business, a side thing, whatever it is. It's just good to plan out everything and just have everything out there. Next thing is you want to write your total income, as you see here. So you want to write your total income. Can I spell? Nope. But over here you want to press the equal sign, and then you want to big capital letters sum, and then you want to open your bracket, and you want to select this command and then or control and select all of your boxes, and then you want to close your bracket, and then automatically it should basically add up everything that you have here. So say for example you had, we're going to use the other model again, so if you had £2,000 and then scholarship you had 800, and then your job in that month you had like 70. You see how this automatically adds that up for you? It just makes everything easier. And then instead of writing this equals sum equation along the time, like all of the time, you would want to just drag this little button down here again, and then drag it all the way until June, so it just automatically adds up everything for you. Next, when we look back at this thing, we also want to write total for the amount we get for student finance, bursaries, jobs, other, so we just know how much we are making in a year. So you want to write here total income, and you basically want to make that a bit big as well by selecting it, like selecting the letter and then making it big. And then over here, if we do line it up, I think it's this one, you want to write equals sum, again capital letters, comma, and then you want to do command, do this, and then basically select all the boxes. I didn't see the draggy thing, and then close brackets for that. And then you will see that obviously it's already added up £2,000 because that's the only thing that I've inputted here. And then you see this little box here again, you just want to drag that down all the way to other, so you know how much you are getting in terms of other sources of income. And then you want to press on 8 on the side, and you want to make that bold again, just so you know how much you are getting each month. Okay, so that should be it for this top bit for money in. Now moving on to money out, you want to leave a space, basically like at least one line, one column, no, one row, and then you want to write money out. And you would have rent, groceries, gym, going out, basically anything that you would be spending your money on. So the toiletries, clothes, you have course materials, you would have holidays, you would have events, societies, and then subscriptions, e.g. Amazon. Okay, just let's make that a little bit bigger. And if you already know how much your accommodation is or how much you're paying each month or term, be sure to write that down. So say for example, if my rent on October was around £700 and I knew that was going to be every month, then I would just drag that along all the way until June. And then over here, total income, you can do this. Let me just show you. So you just want to drag this button all the way down to subscriptions down here. And then basically that would automatically do your total income or total kind of how much you are spending for money out as well. Make sure to clear this one though, because there is literally nothing in this row. But that is basically the essentials of making sure that you are tracking everything that you're spending and all your sources of income and then all your expenditure. Then you need to have a total expenses as you see here. And so you want to write total expenses, and just like this you want to do the same thing that you did here. So you want to write a equal sign and then capital letters sum, open bracket, rent, groceries, command, and then select all the boxes basically along this column and then close your bracket, and then it would automatically calculate how much you are spending through all of this. And then yet again you see this little bubble, drag it along all the way to the end, and you will magically have all your numbers lined up. So whenever I add something like gym, let's say that's £20, it automatically does the maths for me and I don't need to input it myself. And for example, like let me do another one. So going out, let's say I spent £100 here, you see how that quickly changed to £800. This means you actually don't need to worry about anything. So yeah. And then you want to do the remaining total. Now this is a bit more complicated, but I'm going to explain it anyway, so let me fix you up. So with remaining total, you obviously want to write remaining total, and you want to write equals sum, so big capital letters, open bracket, total income minus, and then click on this. So you want to click on C22 if you've exactly followed what I've done today, but you just want to click basically the box that is next to total expenses for that month. So here it is in September, and you want to close that bracket and then you want to press enter, and then this should basically automatically calculate how much you have left over after all your expenses. So let's say I spent like £100 here, then you would know that I have 2,750 left from the 2,870 that I received earlier on. And then you want to drag this along until the end of June, or like total income here. And then you just want, like, let's say in December or January, that's when it usually drops, you get another 2,000, so that would automatically calculate how much you have in that month. And let's say you have a £2,000 student finance drop here, and then another one like 2,100, because they usually drop much more in April, or the third one. And then you want to add, let's say if you've got a job, so you've got like £70 here, and then you've got £70 here, and then maybe you got like £90 because of a Christmas special. I don't know how often you are working, but basically you can already see that we're in a minus because our income does not cover our expenditure over here. So you really do have to make sure that you have enough income to cover the costs of everything. And if you don't have the right maintenance loan, like right amount, then be sure to check out some bursary / scholarships at the Scholarship Hub. So the Scholarship Hub is usually really good for scholarships and just bursaries when you need them. It's basically free money, so I would definitely advise you to, apply for them. Obviously, as this is a bit blank, you can always make it a bit more colorful. So like maintenance loan, you can highlight that like yellow, and that'll just give you a bit more color. And then money out, so maybe you could highlight the things that are maybe you could just highlight the things that are the most money. So for example, rent is the most most of my outgoings are going to, so you might want to highlight that. And then total expenses as well, because then you'll know how much you are actually spending in a month. And then you also might want to highlight remaining total, because you want to know how much you have left over for the new month. I hope you guys liked this tutorial on how I made my uni budgeting Google Sheet, spread, whatever you want to call it. And I really hope that you can save some peas for yourself, because you never know what emergencies might come your way. For example, if you're living away from your home and you need to get back home like the next day because of an emergency, then you need that money literally at your hand. So be sure to save some of your student finance as well, and you can always incorporate incorporate this into your Google Sheets. Let me know if you found this video useful, helpful, informative, whatever it is, and be sure to check out my new videos when they do come out. But until then, stay safe, and I hope you guys have a great day.